Hello and welcome back to another video. So, I did mention in the comments, and I think I mentioned last time in my video, Gaming as a Crutch, I would be talking about the Atari Jaguar. The big box boy with its, broken flap that I still need to repair. But, yeah, Atari Jaguar. Now, I'm quite a fan of the Atari, of Atari in general, evidenced by my continual hoodie. But, yeah, I've got a whole Atari shelf over there, which is looking a bit bare, because most of the Jaguar stuff is literally sat in front of me, and I'm using a 2600 box to hold the to hold my recording equipment. But yeah, so I had a Jaguar about, I think I got it first in 2018. So I bought the Atari Jaguar in 2018, and it didn't. Well, it did work. It did work, but it didn't work with certain games. Certain games just won't work on it. Specifically, Alien vs Predator. It's very annoying, because that's one of the principal ones that you want to get when you get a Jaguar. Kind of one of the big games. But as a result, I ended up trading that in, and I got rid of about 14 games. Which was a lot. It was very expensive. It was quite an expensive system to collect for. I've got most of them back. The only ones I'm still missing are Attack of the Mutant Penguins, which... Missile Command 3D, I do want that one again. And I'm missing Battlesphere Repro. I didn't buy the actual Battlesphere, finding that is A, impossible, and B, totally not worth it. The game's fine, but it's not brilliant. There is one Repro in my newly established collection. So, December, I'm sat there going, I want a Jaguar again. I want an Atari Jaguar, but I want a proper one. I want a proper bundle. So, what I did was, I went online and I found one that came with, I think it was 3 games. So it came with 3 games in the box for about 400 quid. But I'm paying it off in PayPal credit, so it's fine. It counts. It's okay. It's not part of that gaming as a crutch, gaming as a binge sort of thing that I talked about last week. So I bought the Jaguar. The guy was very nice about it. Sent it all in one go. I think there was an issue. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, there was an issue with the order in some description. I think one of the games didn't work or something. I can't remember, but the guy was nice enough to go, "Hey, look, you've had a bit of trouble with this. I haven't." Oh, that was it. He didn't send it out for like 2 weeks, and he got back to me and he went, "Look, I'm really sorry. I haven't sent it out yet." Because I chased him and I went, where's my Jaguar? I've been waiting like 2 weeks. And he went, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, look, I want it before Christmas. So he sent it out. And he was like, look, I'm really sorry, but I haven't obviously sent this out to you. So to make it up to you, I'd like to offer you Cybermorph. Cool. Not a problem. This was the first game I bought before buying the Jaguar itself, because I went, it's there. I want Cybermorph. I want an Atari Jaguar again. So I bought it, and he was like, oh, great, okay, no worries. Tell you what, I'll send you out a couple of, what are you kind of looking for? What exactly, what are you collecting? So I said to him, look, I'm sort of getting into the ST, the Atari ST. So he sent out, I think it was Blues Brothers, or it was something on the Atari ST, and he sent out Lemmings 2, which is a bit crazy. So yeah, they're now on the shelf. That's where they live. I did do an Atari ST video last year. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Pain in the ass. But yeah, I might cover those again. I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't touched the thing. I haven't touched the thing since I got it, which isn't great. But that's because I don't have Rampart yet. Simple as. So, got my Jaguar in the post. It all worked. He even sent videos of it working, so brilliant. It works fine. he did include 3 games, one of which is sort of harder to find. But one of the major reasons that attracted me to it was Wolfenstein 3D. I did a whole video over Christmas going, Wolfenstein Christmas. It's Wolfenstein Christmas. I got Wolfenstein 3D strictly so... And I bought a bunch of other Wolfenstein games that I didn't realise I'd gotten rid of, like Return to Castle Wolfenstein. And I'm going to talk about Wolfenstein. So, you know my love of 3D. You know my love of New World Order. New World Order? Yeah, the New Order, sorry. And 2009. 2009 is still my favourite. There were 2 other games included, however. One was Flashback. Now, I have Flashback. I have Flashback for the Genesis or the Mega Drive. It's the Mega Drive. Come on, America. But yeah, so this is just sort of an amped up, better copy, which is cool. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never played it. I've never actually played it, which isn't great. I'm not huge on cinematic platformers. There's only really one I've actually really engaged with, and that was Blackthorn, to the point where I am umming and ahhing about getting an actual copy of that game because it's really good. It's really, really good. Absolutely love Blackthorn. But there was one other game that came with these, and it's the only other box game I have, and that's Total Carnage by Songbird Productions. Now, I'm somewhat familiar with Songbird. I kept an eye on them sort of throughout their time, or sort of throughout my time originally collecting for the Jaguar, and I was always like, I'll get those later. I'll get those down the line. Maybe I'll get them. Who knows? But it came with Total Carnage in a fairly neat box. I don't think it has the... Oh no, it does have a manual. It does have a manual. So this is sort of like a top-down scrolling shooter, where you just have like a couple of dudes with guns, which is pretty cool. I don't know too much about it, but that's pretty cool to have. Since then, so that's about 3. I've bought about 3, 4, 5, 9, 14. So we're up to 14, which weirdly enough was the number of Jaguar games I got rid of when I bought it in the first place. So yeah, mostly these are the cheaper ones. They're the cheaper ones you can just sort of find anywhere. A bunch of them I just bought like a week ago. 3 of them I bought about a week ago, which should be in here. They're not the best ones. And one's a repro, and then 3 arrived literally the day I am filming this. So, awesome. So we'll talk about the newest ones first. Syndicate. Now, I have Syndicate. I have Syndicate on my 3DO. I think. I think I do. I've got like 30, 40 games for that thing, so who knows? But yeah, bought Syndicate again. Why did I buy Syndicate again? I like Bullfrog. I like Bullfrog. I liked Bullfrog's games sort of from the get-go. I mean, one of my first games, period, was Dungeon Keeper 2. So, on my old-ass PC, we had Dungeon Keeper 2, and it was awesome. And my wife bought me the big box PC version like a few years ago, and it's sick. I don't have a PC that can run it, which is great, but here we are. Okay, so yeah, you know, I kind of went on a bit of a Bullfrog kick, just buying pretty much all of them. I mean, I like them; they're good. I liked High Octane on the Saturn. Yeah, so you know, big fan of Bullfrog. Next is a game I've never owned, and yet it's as old as I am. 1993's Trevor McFur in the Crescent Galaxy. It's a side-scrolling shooter similar to Defender 2000, which also came out on the Jaguar. I think this launched same day or in the same vicinity as Star Fox. So, yeah, no, this wasn't going anywhere fast. There was a game coming out for the Jaguar, sort of like I don't know what it was, a text adventure, like a graphic adventure featuring Trevor McFur. I have no idea what happened to that. It was coming out on a collection for the Jaguar that I don't think has ever manifested, which kind of sucks because I kind of wouldn't mind owning it. I like the idea of owning a text or a graphic adventure similar to Secret of Monkey Island, but with Trevor McFur. That'd be very odd, but kind of funny. The other game I got was a port of a game called The Humans, which I think started life on the Amiga. It's sort of a puzzle platformer game. But on the Jaguar, they called it Evolution Dino Dudes, which, sure, why not? Why not? Not an immediate go-to, normally. I'm not big on... So, with the Jaguar sort of fits into a weird little niche that I really like, which is specifically failed consoles that had sort of deep libraries, or varied libraries. The only other consoles that sort of fit into that are the Virtual Boy, the 3DO, and the 32X. Now, the Saturn does vicariously, but I've got about 70 Saturn games by this point. So, yeah. Is it 70? You'd have to count them again. It's been a long time. Might buy more. Who knows? But, yeah. It's... And those libraries are very small, but they're typically quite unique. So in the case of the Jaguar, you had things like Cybermorph, Tempest 2000, Aliens vs Predator. For the Virtual Boy, you've got things like Mario Clash, Tolero Boxer. For the 32X, I've picked up 2 games recently that I won't go into. But yeah, T-Mech, Knuckles Chaotix, or whatever those last week. Those are the sorts of games I mean. They're weird. They're weird. Knuckles Chaotix is a very weird side-scrolling platformer where you're connected to another character at the same time through magnetic rings, which is very strange. T-Mech is a sort of multiplayer, I don't even really know what it is, hovercraft game. There's a few of those around from this era. The Jaguar had 2. I used to have 2 of them, which was just Hover Strike, I think. Hover Strike, and then there was Hover Strike Unconquered Lands, which was the Jaguar CD version, which I'm debating on picking up some of the CD games, strictly because I think we'll maybe get that functionality on the Polymega soon. Fingers crossed. Yes, please. Please. Please play that. Anyway. So yeah. I like to collect the weird stuff. Specifically for these ones. Including games like Checkered Flag. I know Checkered Flag is not bad. Or, sorry, it's not good. It's bad. It's not a good game. It's a racing game that lacks a multiplayer mode. Even in 1993, what the fuck are you on about? The other one is Kasumi Ninja, which I don't have the bandana for, unfortunately, and someone wrote on the cartridge and stuck something on it because they are monsters that I can't get off, probably without destroying the sticker, so I'll have to leave it on there. But yeah, the other game was Iron Soldier 2. 1, sorry. I do have 2, and 2 is the Repro. So, we'll see how this plays. I don't know. But I've got Iron Soldier 1 and 2. I did have Iron Soldier 2 as a Repro the last time I owned a Jaguar, so it felt fitting. Got that off of AliExpress. So, you can tell this is fake. Also, it lacks the thing that says Atari on the back of it, presumably for copyright reasons. But, yeah, I really like these games. I liked 1 and 2. I did buy 3 for the PlayStation 1, and it sucked. It was awful. It was just janky, horrible, a pain in the ass to control. Absolutely do not recommend Iron Soldier 3. I do recommend Iron Soldier 1 and 2. I think they're really good. I may pick up the CD version again, but we'll see. Now we kind of get into the 3 games that really prompted me to get this system outside of Wolfenstein 3D. So, Cybermorph, as I said, was kind of the first game I saw again for this system. It's kind of the one that people associate the most with the Jaguar. Thank you, AVGN, Angry Video Game Nerd. That's great. But, yeah, it's very much... I've played it. I think it's okay. It's nowhere near Star Fox. It never could be. But I think it's a very solid flight sim. That being said, I've played better flight sims. I've played better flight sims on the 3DO. But yeah, the Cybermorph's okay. The major two, though, were, again, three. The major three. But Cybermorph was the one that sort of triggered it. Wolfenstein 3D made me go, why did I get rid of Wolfenstein 3D? And Ultra Vortec. Now, I wanted this game for a very long time. Very long time. When it came out. Not when it came out. I'm not that young. But 1995 for Ultra Vortec. Ultra Vortec came out in 1995. It's a very brutal fighting game that's very heavy metal, just sort of in styling. And it's one of the major games I really wanted for the Jaguar back when I had it originally. So, but I never got around to getting it because it was like 50, 60 quid. And I was like, that's a lot for a cartridge that I might not play. Now I want to play it. Now it's definitely a game where I'm like, got to play that. I have to play Ultra Vortec because it's very good. And it is good. It is a very solid fighting game. That being said, I am not an authority on fighting games. I'm shit at them. I think I am probably one of the worst fighting game players out there, unless it's Smash, and that doesn't count as a platform fighter. 2D fighters elude me, but I liked Ultra Vortec. I think it's a very solid game. The major one, though. The major one. Even over Wolfenstein 3, 3D, was Tempest 2000. Now, I've got the Atari 50 collection. I'm debating on getting the new one, but I don't think it adds any Jaguar games, so I'm not that bothered. It did kind of show me that Atari carts is not worth getting, because it's shit. But Tempest 2000 is flat out one of my favourite games of this period. It's so good. It's something that Tempest 4000 couldn't quite grab. Don't get me wrong, same guy, but I know the story behind Tempest 2000. Jeff Minter, who is the guy who sort of took over the Tempest series. So Tempest is a classic Atari game, classic Atari arcade game that uses what are called vector graphics, which are basically like solid lines of light on a black background. Battle Zone rather was one. Unfortunately, we never got a Battle Zone game with the Jaguar. That would have been cool. Yes, please. But yeah, vector graphics translated into cartridge on the 2600 didn't work. So the series was just kind of left in the gutter. Now Atari held a conference. I say a conference, more like a gathering of developers, and they went, right, we're going to read off a list of all of the Atari properties we own. You put your hand up when you want it. And obviously they read through things like Battle Zone, they read through things like Missile Command, things like Adventure, Centipede, Millipede, blah, blah, blah. Gets to Tempest. Jeff Minter was the only guy to go, mine! Gimme! Because he'd grown up with the game. And they went, okay. Right, fine. Here's a small budget. Here's a dev kit. Go home to... I think he was in Hampshire at the time. Go home to Hampshire, develop the game within like a year. And he went, great. Awesome. So he did. And the Jaguar was not really known for its soundtracks. So it says it's a 64-bit console, but that is two 32-bit processors, one of which is for like cool gameplay, one of which is for sound. If you want to get 3D graphics out of it, you have to use both processors, meaning the music is going to be shit. Not the case with Tempest 2000. He literally went away, found a band, went, yeah, I need you to make a soundtrack for this game. Can you do that for me? And they went, okay. And here's the kicker. They released it on CD, which is cool. I don't own that CD. I will. I will own it one day. Now I remembered it. But, yeah. So he went away, made this game within the span of, like, I think a few months, released it, and it's probably one of the most fondly remembered of this system. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge fan of the Jaguar's cartridge, but Tempest 2000, easily one of the best games on the platform. The other one most people tend to lean into is AVP, or Alien vs Predator, which was kind of a survival horror game. in first person in 1994. What the fuck? What the hell? It's literally a survival horror game. If you play as the Marine, which is cool. Ammo's very limited. You're constantly being stalked by aliens. It's actually very, But because Doom had come out the previous year, people went, doesn't play like Doom. So AVP didn't do very well. But it's definitely one of the games that people remember the most. And it's definitely one of the games that's on my list to get. It's just not now. I mean, I couldn't get into it when I first played it. I will get into it when I play it again. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. I do have a few games that I want to get. I want to get Hover Strike again. I want to get a couple of the CD games. Not that bothered about iWar. I don't care. Game wasn't great when I played it the first time, so never mind. Probably get a Reaper of Battlesphere again. And I definitely want to get Aliens vs Predator. After that, we'll see. Because, yeah, we'll see. I mean, there are, repros out there that people kind of throw out every now and then. Atari Age has a good number of them. Getting them over here is a pain in the ass. But that's why I haven't done it, because they're like $80. They're like $80. They're $80. And then when you factor in shipping and import tax on some of them, it's just not worth it. So, we'll see. It's not often I find Jaguar games in the wild. I'll probably look out for Attack of the Mutant Penguins, and I definitely want Missile Command 3D again. Definitely. So, it's 3 games sort of going forward. Yeah. Anyway, that's me done for another week. I do kind of want to do an updated 32X video, so maybe we'll do that. I'm now up to 15 games, so I've actually got more for the 32X than I do for the Jaguar, which is very, very surreal. But I have something I can actually play that on. Not that I can't play on the Jaguar, but you know what I mean. So, yeah. Kind of going forward, I think we'll be looking at more, maybe more libraries. It's been a while since I've gone through a full library, not including today. But, yeah, it's been a while since I've just sat down and gone, these are the games I have for this system. So, maybe we'll do that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Never mind. So, that's me signing off for another week. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.